Sleeping Beauty. Part 1. The Stillness. I've been in the Thorns for 73 years. Or maybe 3 days. Time doesn't work right here. I know I arrived when I was 37, because I remember the age. Remember thinking I was old enough to be smart about this. Old enough to see the patterns the younger princes missed. There were 43 bodies in the Thorns when I entered. Some fresh, some just bones. All princes who'd charged forward believing in destiny, in true love, in the narrative that beauty sleeping is beauty waiting to be claimed. The Thorns killed them slowly, patient. I watched the first death happen. A boy, maybe 20, all courage and shine. He made it 6 steps before the Thorns closed around his legs. He screamed for 2 hours before his voice gave out. Took another 4 hours after that before he stopped moving. The Thorns don't kill quickly. They're not merciful, they're teaching. By the time I entered, I'd watched long enough to understand. The Thorns open only wide enough to let you in. Never wide enough to let you back out. And they don't kill you if you stop trying to advance. If you accept that you're not going anywhere. If you learn to be still, so I stopped. Found a space between the bodies. Sat down. Didn't reach for the castle. Didn't try to retreat, just existed. In the space between forward and back. The Thorns accepted this. They grew around me. Through me, eventually. There's a vine through my left shoulder now, thick as my thumb. Another wrapped around my ribs. They hurt at first. God, they hurt. But after a few years, days, months, time is wrong here. The pain faded. The Thorns became part of me. Or I became part of them. Now they feed me somehow. The only sustenance in this place is what the Thorns provide. Just enough to not die. Never enough to not suffer. I can see the castle, 50 yards away maybe. Close enough to see the tower window where Princess Sleeping Beauty has been sleeping for... how long? 100 years, the curse said. But I've been here 73, and she was already sleeping when I arrived. And she looks exactly the same as she did that first day. Perfect, untouchable, unreachable, and I'm starting to understand. She's not the one who's cursed. Part 2, the lesson. The Thorns have taught me to count differently. Not in days or years, those measurements fail here. I count in princes, 43 when I arrived. 57 now. 14 deaths I've witnessed in the time I've been still. Each one teaches me something new. Prince 44 believed he was special, chosen. His kingdom had prophesied his birth specifically for this quest. He made it 8 steps before the Thorns closed around him. Took 7 hours to die. He spent the last 3 praying, not for rescue but for forgiveness. I don't know what he thought he needed forgiveness for, but the Thorns seemed satisfied. Prince 49 was different, he didn't charge. He walked slowly, carefully, studying the pattern, trying to find the safe path through. There wasn't one. The Thorns let him get 15 steps, the furthest anyone had reached before they struck. He died confused, unable to understand why his caution hadn't saved him. The Thorns don't reward caution, they don't reward courage. They don't care about your approach. They only care about your assumption. Prince 53 made me understand. He was older than the others, 40 maybe. Widowed, I learned from his dying words. He'd loved his first wife deeply, and when he saw the sleeping princess in the tower, he didn't see a prize or a destiny. He saw a woman who looked like his dead love. Thought maybe if he could just wake her, just save her, he could have that feeling again. The Thorns wrapped around him gently, almost kindly, but they still killed him. "She doesn't want saving," I called out, voice hoarse from decades of disuse. "She's not waiting for you, she's safe in there." He couldn't hear me, already dying. But I finally understood what I was saying. The curse isn't about the princess, it's about us. We see a beautiful woman sleeping and we think waiting, available hours to wake, ours to claim. We construct entire narratives, true love, destiny, divine purpose, to justify the fact that we're trying to reach something that can't consent to being reached. The Thorns aren't protecting her from danger, they're protecting her from us. From princes who think unconscious beauty is beauty offering itself. From men who see stillness and interpret it as invitation. From everyone who mistakes sleeping for waiting for me specifically. I watch the Thorns arrange Prince 53's body with the others. They're careful, almost reverent. They don't hate the princes. They're just doing what they're designed to do, guard a threshold that should never be crossed. In the tower window, the princess sleeps on. Perfect, untouchable. And I realise maybe that was always the point. Maybe the curse is actually mercy, a way to sleep through centuries without ever having to wait to men who think your sleep belongs to them. A new prince arrives at the thorn's edge, young, confident, already drawing his sword, 58. I don't call out anymore. The thorns will teach him what they taught me. What they teach everyone who tries. Some thresholds exist specifically to remain uncrossed. Some beauty exists specifically to remain unreached. And some women, sleeping or otherwise, are not waiting for you to complete their story. The thorns rustle, excited. Ready. I close my eyes and count.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. Share to help the channel grow.